So we have to always start with the first page of the organon, as I said to you earlier, which is aphorism 3 in particular, which talks all about find the fundamental cause of the disease. And this is particularly true for something like chronic fatigue syndrome, because it is not one entity. It is many different entities or many different circumstances or events or pathogens that have coalesced to cause the syndrome we call chronic fatigue syndrome. So then one person's chronic fatigue syndrome is different to the second person's chronic fatigue syndrome. There's no two alike, really. So as long as you get that in your head when treating chronic fatigue syndrome, because if you just give a symptomatic remedy, that is a remedy based on totality of symptoms, you more often than not fail in your treatment. I learned the hard way. I failed many times when I first started practice until I realized about the first page of the organon. Because as homeopaths, when we get out of college, all we want to do is find the remedy, you know, when the patient comes in. We're already looking through the repertory before the patient's even sat down. So you've got to stop doing that if you're treating chronic fatigue syndrome. You've got to first understand what it is you are treating.
Yes.
If you don't have that at the beginning, you get lost. So that's aphorism 3. What are we treating? What is the fundamental cause? Sometimes there is only one cause, and that's relatively simple. Other times, with chronic cases, people who have been suffering for many years, there are a multitude of causes, so you have to unravel them. So I like to boil down the causes into 3 groups, which covers most things, and that is toxicity, deficiency, and infection. All right? I like to boil down into those 3 groups because all of the causes of chronic fatigue syndrome can be found in one or more of those groups. So
this is what we see in the Swedish children normally, in the so-called ear children.
Yes. Yes. So then you need different treatments, 2 different treatments. That isn't to say that you won't have a simulmum that will suit the patient, but you still have to give a remedy that's going to deactivate the pathogen itself, and that's why we use the nosodes.
So do you use nosodes for the streptococcus and staphylococcus as well?
Yeah, streptococcinum. Yeah.
Okay.